Hello students, today I am going to teach you a new poem. The name of the poem is London Summer Morning, written by Robinson. Okay, before I move to the poem, I would like to tell something about the author, Mary Robinson. Mary Robinson was not just a poet, she was an actress, a novelist, a dramatist. In other words, you can say she was a very famous and a very popular figure. She was born in England and lived in the cities of Bristol. She has written many short stories and dramas as well as poems. But her poems were very famous. And the famous poem was the London Summer Morning, which you are going to study now. So now, the title of the poem. What is the title of the poem? The London Summer Morning. Tells it itself gives you a hint what it's all about. So what hint it gives you? So what it tells the name, the London Summer Morning. It is a summer morning in London. Okay. So London is the capital city of England and a very busy city. So it tells about the summer morning in London. Okay, so the poet begins the poem with a question. What he asks you? He asks the questions to the reader, and he asks that is there anyone who has not wake up to listen to the busy sounds of the London's morning? What is the question he asks? In the beginning, the first line of the poem, we see that who has not woke up to listen to the busy sounds of the London's morning, summer morning. Okay. So in the first stanza, the first line, we see that in slaughtery smoke. What is the meaning of the slaughtery smoke? Hot and humid weather. Okay. So how is the weather? In summer, weather in London, in summer morning, it is a hot and humid weather. Okay. So what is the reason why the weather is hot and humid here? In summer, the London summer morning, it is very hot and humid weather. What is the reason? The reason is that in London, all the houses have got chimneys on their rooftops. Okay. Why they have the chimneys on the rooftop? Because it is very cold place and every house has a fireplace in their house where the firewood is burnt and the smoke of the firewood comes through the chimneys. So making the area very smoky by the smoke from the chimneys. Okay, now the morning was very hot and because of the scorching sun, and when the rays of the scorching sun fell on the footpath, the pavement, it made too hot. And on this hot pavement, the sooty chimney boy was standing. Now you will ask me, what is the, who is a chimney boy? You know who is a chimney boy? A boy who hired to clean the chimneys. We call him as a chimney boy. Okay. Now these chimney boys needs to be, these chimneys needs to be cleaned time and again. Now these chimneys were very small and so it was not possible for a big man to go inside the chimney and clean it. So for this purpose, they used to hire the small boys to clean the chimney. So we call it as the chimney boy. You understood, what is the reason why we call the boy as a chimney boy. Now, to clean the chimneys, the people used to hire the little boys to go inside the chimneys to clean it time and again, and they hire the small boys for this purpose. Okay. Now, why the boys are called as Suti? It is written that Suti chimney boy. The third line we study. The Suti chimney boy. Why it is written why the boy is called Suti? The reason is, so the Suti is a powder-like substance which contains carbon. Okay. So, when the boy enters the chimneys to clean the chimney, the carbon, the black powder, and enters fully comes over his cloth. Okay, that is why the poet calls him the Suti chimney boy. So he is fully covered with a black powder, and his face and the dirt everywhere it is it become dark, the black color. Okay, and his face looked very gloomy. Gloomy means sad. Okay, and tattered covering shrilly blouse his trade means. The boy was wearing torn clothes. Maybe in fact he may be a poor boy, and for the livelihood he might have been working this in this hot weather. He goes to the chimneys and clean it. Okay, you can imagine how the life he lives. So the poor boy wear the torn clothes, and also he looks very sad and gloomy, and his clothes are torn and covered with a black powder. And he shouts in a very high-pitched voice. What he shouts for? Why he shouts? The reason is that he is calling out for his trade. Okay, so that some people could come and call him, and he can earn some money. So the next stanza of the poem, it tells that the high-pitched voice of the chimney boy makes the sleepy housemaid wakes up. And at the door, the milkman was standing with the milk in a steel can. These cans were making a rattling sound. When the can touch each other, it makes sound. So that also make a noisy in London. So you can imagine what all things makes the noise. The boy who was cleaning the chimney boys, and also the high-pitched voice he was shouting and calling, and also the steel can were making a chattering noise. Now here the milk pail refers to the vessel which they carried for carrying the milk. And at the tinkling bell, the means of tinkling bell means, what is the meaning? Tinkling bell, the sound that announced that the dusty man has come for his service. So what is the service of the dusty man? To sweep the roads. While the dusty man was sweeping the road, the powder, the dust was covering all over the road, and it was fully the dust one. The road was covered with the dust. So it is written that the covered with, because of the dust, nobody could see anything clearly. Okay, so and the next stanza, the third stanza of the poem, it tells that now the din of the hackery coaches. So din means here the noise of the hackery coaches. You can say that the noise of the hackery coaches. Okay, those are four-wheeled carriages and drawn by the two horses. It is used for the purpose of traveling. Okay, pulled by the horses, and having 6 seats, and 4 passengers can sit there. The next one is wagons. What is the wagons? The wagons are used for transporting goods from one place to another. Wagons. Okay. Next one, which is making the noise, carts. That are also vehicle used for carrying loads pulled by horse. Okay, so the next comes, the writer tells about the hackery coaches. The first one is wagons, carts, and the tin shop. The tin maker shop also the noise comes, means where the objects are made by tin. And the trunk makers makes lot of noise. Then comes the knife grinders who sharpen the knife, and when they are used a particular grinder to grind it, and it makes also a lot of noise. From the coopers and the pork makers and the fruit barrows and the vegetable sellers. These all people are making lot of noise. So this all makes a loud noise in London street and make everyone to wake up in the morning. Okay student, that's all today. You have to read the poem and learn the 8 lines of the poem and write down the difficult words and learn it and prepare for the half yearly exam. Thank you for listening.